Now that we have a hang of the end-to-end flow in Salesforce CPQ, I have a question. The question is, products here is going to have list of all the products that your organization is going to cater. Meaning, if you represent organization Apple, and if Apple is using Salesforce, if you navigate back to the object products, then you'll be finding all the products that Apple caters. As an example, you'll be having products as iPhone, iPad, Vision Pro, AirTags, so on and so forth. Likewise, when you navigate back to the quote record on the opportunity record, and from here, if I navigate back to quote line editor, and from here, if I click on add products button, it is going to show me list of all the products available. Now the question is, if I add a product record here, will it automatically show up here? That's the question. Before I answer it, let me try to practically create a record and let's see what happens. Back to this tab, let me click on new. Let me provide the input for this form. As a part of this demonstration, what I'm going to do is only the absolute minimum required fields are provided. Rest of the other fields will go easy with them. Product name is going to be something on the lines of iPhone. Product has to be active. It's a mandate. Followed by that, you have Salesforce CPQ configuration. And this here is way beyond the scope of the discussion. So go easy with that. And followed by that, you have Salesforce CPQ product selection. Go easy with that as well. In fact, you can ignore rest of the other fields. Click on save. So the product record is created. Now let me go back to the quote line editor. Let me go one step back. In fact, let me remove the products that we have already added here as a part of this quote. I'm going to save this. Let me click on edit lines again. This is going to refresh the whole screen. Just to be on safe side, if you want to refresh the screen once again, absolutely fine. Feel free to do it. I'm going to click on add products. Let me search for iPhone. To your surprise, the product will not be shown here. So what just happened? We were under the assumption that if I add a product here, then I should be able to see that here as well. But unfortunately, it is not going to work that way. Whenever you create a product, there are two things that you have to be extremely careful about. The first one is the product has to be active. If the product is not active, then it will not be visible in the quote line editor. That's the first thing. Second thing is a product should have price associated to it. For that, you'll be having a bunch of related lists here. Scroll down until you find something called price books. We have not yet discussed about price book and price book entry. We'll get there. Click on add standard price. This is where you need to specify a price for the product. Here I'm going to say $1,099. In fact, there are a couple of things that are entirely new to you on the screen. We have not yet discussed about what is price book. We have not yet discussed about what is price book entry. And once the price is provided here, can this be overridden? We have not yet discussed about that as well. It's too early to talk about these questions. We'll get there eventually. Click on save. Now that we have assigned a price to the product, let me go back to the quote line editor. Probably you can give a hard refresh here. And then I'm going to click on add products. And then iPhone. There you go. Now you can see the product here. So the takeaway is, once after you create a product record, there are two things that you have to be absolutely careful about. The first one is product should be active and you'll have it here. And then the product should have a price associated to it. Only then you'll be able to see that in the quote line editor. That's all for this episode. See you in the next one.